Hi everybody, this is Jerry of the Newcomers. Linda's playing golf today. I'm here at the Polo Fields. I'm hoping I can get a kite lesson. Remember that fiasco when I tried to fly a kite last week? I saw that these guys meet several times a week and I'm kind of crashing their party. Let's see what goes on with the cloud chasers.
I'm Ken Stokes and I am the man in charge of this kite club at the Villages in Florida. And right about now we have several kites in the air. And we have a gentleman over there that is, I won't tell you how old he is, but he's older than me. And he's about to fly a two-line kite with it's a light wind kite, and I think the wind might be a little tight on it, but there it goes.
How many members do you have in your club?
We have 72 members on the email list, of which there's probably 12 or 13 of us that are very active. So,
are there any fees to?
No fees. We have no fees. We have no dues. We come out here and we do this for the fun of it. There's no competitions, there's nothing like that. And I will go sometimes and fly with him with my two-liner. It's a dual line.
Now your club has been around a long time, hasn't it?
14 years. We've been around 14 years. I've been president for the past 5 years. And it was founded by a lady back around the 2001 era. But I was flying kites when I got here, and when I found out the kite club was here, I've been flying them ever since.
Yeah. Chuck talked to me a little bit earlier, and he showed me some of the equipment, and he showed me the most important piece of his equipment was his lawn chair.
That's right. So if the wind doesn't blow, we sit around and shoot the bull. I am so thrilled with all these people that showed up today. They're joining the club, and the club has two fields. It has this field, and then it also has a field at the new Everglades Recreation Center, which is south of here about 15 miles. So we're split up, so you never know how many of us will show up or where.
And you've got your own shirt, the Cloud Chasers.
Yeah, I've had this shirt for a few years.
Thanks so much for welcoming me. Appreciate it.
Oh, we love it. We love it.
When we got here, it felt like there was no wind blowing. And within minutes, they greeted me warmly, gave me a kite. I had the sucker 500 feet in the air. So I think it's a little bit about getting proper instruction and the right equipment.
75-pound test.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like much breeze, and that is a big old kite. Him getting that up made me feel very inadequate. Yeah, I think he's got it now. He's over there. What a good backdrop for kiting, huh?
Good job. That's good. There's some good line on this one.
Okay, so where is it? Is it at that park down
You know where the
there?
hospital is?
Yeah.
It's
Before you get that far east, right?
yeah, you're not
There's a big park down there. Is it at the park that they got?
across the
before?
street.
Okay.
Only in the village here, and there's several other members of our village. This is Greg. He's actually a kite flyer from New England, like myself, and he used to own a kite shop, so he has tons of things. This thing he's putting on we call line laundry, which is basically a decorative kite nothing.
It looks like a pumpkin.
It just kind of hangs there. I'm guessing he's chosen a holiday appropriate thing. So he's going to hook it part way, and yeah, it's definitely a pumpkin.
Now, how high will you fly this kite?
Large kites are good to keep close to the ground because they're potentially dangerous, so we don't want to get it out over the road. This is a good height right here. So this is about 100 feet. We want to get up above the ground swirl and get up into the steady wind, but not too high that we can't manage it. If the wind picks up, this will pull really hard. In fact, I'm going to actually hook it to the strap I put on the pavilion if it gets stable. This is a pretty big kite. Your average kite flyer would not fly something like this because it is hard pulling and you got to be aware of the strength it has. But the wind's not too strong today, so this is manageable. I can hold it, no problem.
And there's the pumpkin. It's getting inflated with air. It looks cool.
Yeah.
And what does a kite like yours up there cost?
This one is probably around $200, $250. You can see the wind is variable right now, so it's coming down, but we'll keep it going. That's a typical thing here in the villages, is as the sun comes up, it heats the ground and changes the wind. It makes it variable. We'll get thermal effects, and if there's a storm in the area, that causes it to be variable. We just work with whatever you got. It's like surfing. You take what you get and make the best of it.
You seen that movie, The Kite Runner?
I have.
They fight kites?
Yeah, that's the fighter kite thing. Another kind of genre within the hobby. Not a whole lot of that in the United States, but over there it's huge, obviously.
I remember when I was a kid, I lost a kite. It got away from me, and very traumatic episode.
Yes. Usually, I think the average person or kid, you and I included, you think on a heavy wind day it's a good day to go fly a kite. It's actually not the best because the wind is so strong and you'll lose a kite, or it'll be difficult to keep it in the air because of the gusty. A good day for kite flying is kind of like a smooth, steady wind about 10 miles an hour is a perfect kite day. And I think we'll probably get there today. We have some variability, but you can see the other kites up higher are doing really well. You can see the fluttering shows there's a good solid wind up there.
Yeah, we're right here at the Polo Fields. They let you guys use this for this purpose.
Exactly. We have it reserved for Tuesdays and Thursday mornings till noon.
Well, you're probably the reason I'm here today. You commented on my last kite flying fiasco, and I decided to look you guys up, and I've had a good time this morning. You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Tom Weibel. I moved to the Villages in the spring, and I had been down here many times visiting family, and the place sells itself to me. And of course, watching your videos too, which are great, helped me find out how great this place is. And here we are. And I've been flying kites for probably 30 years or so. And when I got here and found that there was a club, I had to join, of course. So here we are, and this is the best spot to fly.
Somebody new, can you recommend a kite for a beginner? What type, what shape, where might they get it, cost?
Sure. A good all-around kite is a delta kite, which is, the Greek name for the symbol of a triangle, which is probably what you filmed earlier. Yeah, like the neon one there. And that's a great start because it handles a wide range of winds, and it's very easy to assemble and fly. The place to get them, a good place to start is online, a company called Into the Wind, intothewind.com. They have many different types of kites that you can look at and figure out what you like. And part of the process and what's fun is, to me, kites are like flying kinetic art. So not only are they fun to fly, but you can make a statement artistically about what kite you and what colors you like and what you fly on that day. So
now, what neighborhood do you live in?
I live in Hemingway.
Hemingway, and you've been here?
Since the spring.
Okay, so not too long. What's your impression so far?
Of the Villages overall?
Yes.
Well, it's amazing. It's the Disney World of retirement, as everybody knows. And it really can't be described. You got to come and see it. And once you do, you'll fall in love with it. If you don't, that's cool, but likely you will. And that can, for some, be a problem because then they want to come here and then they have to figure out how to get here.
How did you find the people when you came? Did you find them welcoming?
Very much so, yeah. My neighborhood in Hemingway is very nice. People are very friendly. I've had a party at my house already. Neighbors came over and welcomed me. I was finding little painted rocks on my doorstep when I was going back and forth moving down. When I got back, there'd be a little rock painted hello left at my front door. Thank you. Yeah, this is a pretty big kite. This line I have here is 1,000 pound.
1,000 pound line.
Pull. It won't pull that hard. Obviously, I can't hold that, but just so it doesn't break. And we've got a good wind here. I think this is going to go.
When I pulled up here, I didn't feel any wind at all, so I was surprised. I had a fiasco flight kayak exhibition the other day with Linda. We didn't do well, but yeah, that is I would think you'd need a lot of wind for that kite.
Well, it's interesting. Most people think that, but a large kite actually is so big it catches more wind. And so as long as it's light enough for the amount of pull for that day, it'll go up. I got to get up above the trees. That's what's happening here. So I'll probably have to try another shot at it, but we'll get it up.
Hi, I'm Richard Brady. Let's go fly a kite.
Well, that's a delta shape, right?
Yes.
I think I actually flew that kite just a little while ago.
The lady that showed you the kite is a friend of ours, and I'm just now learning how to do this, and so.
Like, I was amazed how easy I got that kite up. I've tortured myself for an hour the other day. I'm distracting you now.
No, you're fine.
That's
this
really
appears to
neat.
be a really fun group of people, and since we're just moving in on Monday into our new house, we wanted to kind of start getting used to some of the clubs and organizations.
What neighborhood are you moving into?
Dunedin.
Oh, I hear that's a nice place.
I hear so as well. We really like our place. It has Minnie and Mickey on the driveway. So that's going to be great for our granddaughter. But,
Where do you come from?
From Atlanta. My wife and I are both professional musicians, and since work has pretty much stopped, we said, it's just time to retire. So we're pretty much retiring.
A professional musician, what do you play?
Trombone. My
Okay.
wife is a professional harpist.
And so are you still going to plan on playing here in the Villages?
Well, we still are. I play in the Atlanta Ballet and the Atlanta Opera, and my wife plays in the Atlanta Opera. And we have an RV, so we're just going to drive back and forth to Atlanta and do our performances when we need to. Because again, there's no one performing because of COVID.
This is the Villages. I mean, you're an accomplished musician. Your wife is. We have astronauts. We have professional athletes. I mean, you get a little bit of everything here. But that's great when we get Renaissance people like yourself come in.
My wife is big into quilting. She loves quilting. I like astronomy. I'm a licensed pilot. Although my eyes don't let me fly anymore, I'm still love aviation. And I do scuba diving, ham radio, so it's really a lot of fun. This is a great place for people of all sorts of interests, and you meet a lot of commonality of people that you enjoy working with.
This is Chuck, and when I came in today, he's the first person I saw, and he welcomed me here, and he's the owner of a couple of the kites out there. You have them staked out there right
Yes,
now?
yes.
So they're flying proud,
Yes.
and you're doing a great job.
Yep, this is what we do best. if any of you want to come and fly with us, the most important thing you can bring is a launcher and a good story. One of the stories we like to share the best is where's a good place to eat around the Villages. And we found a lot of good places to eat here just from sitting here talking.
All right, well, you've done it now. Give us your one recommendation.
The one recommendation I guess I'd have to say most villagers know about already is Oakwood for ribs, okay? But after that, no matter what you want, you can find it.
How long you been in the kite flying club here, the Cloud Chasers?
I've been down here 3.5 years. In fact, it was one of the reasons why we did move to the villages. I have a sister that has been here 7 years now, and we came down and visited her on a vacation. I'm originally from upstate New York, and I opened up the Thursday paper one day, and lo and behold, there's guys flying kites. And I had flown kites in upstate New York. The way I got into it, I had a boat up on Lake Ontario, and when it was too rough to go out and enjoy the water, my sons and I would go to the beach and fly kites. And then as they grew older and that was no fun, I kind of fell out of it for a little while. But when we came down here, I said, man, this is a good thing to do. And I came over here, and it is. It's a great hobby to get into. It doesn't cost you a lot of money, a lot of great people, and we just have a good time out here.
Now, these kites you have out here, I noticed one of them is nice and large. It has wings on it.
Yes.
What's that called?
Well, most of the kites that you saw up here today that look like an A, they're called a delta kite. All of the kites you're seeing up, all except for one, they're a single line kite like you flew when you were a kid. Okay, it's just that they're bigger. We have them up in the air up here right now. They're anywhere from 5 feet across the back. That's how they measure them. They're 5 feet wide. To the big one up there is 11.5 feet.
Oh my.
And the one that is multicolored, that's got like 3 veins onto it, that's what we call a foil. There's actually no sticks in it. It's just the wind holding it open. It would be like going to Walmart and getting a bag and tying onto the string handle, the string onto the handles and putting it up, it would fly. And that's what's doing it. The wind blowing against it gives it its shape, gives it its aerodynamics, and takes it up. And they're a very good lifting kite. They'll take a lot of weight up in the air with that.
And you guys welcome new members, so if somebody sees this, they live in the villages or they're moving to the villages, you're here on Tuesdays, 9 to 12.
9 to 12.
Where are you on the other days?
Thursdays, we're back here, 9 to 12. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday afternoon, there's a new recreation center down towards Fenny that's called the Everglades. And they have a soccer field out there that we can fly from 2 to 4:45 down there, and they can go down there and fly. It's not as big a field as what this is, but it's a very good sized field, and you can go out there and enjoy it. One of the things that we like to do here, we get a lot of enjoyment. This year, we haven't had it so much, is when the grandchildren come down, like at Easter and Thanksgiving and Christmas. We encourage grandparents to bring the kids out here. We do have some kites that we let the kids fly, and it's great fun. We've had them as little as 2 years old out here flying, and they seem to enjoy it, and we like to see the kids get out here and get flying.
See, you're back. Are you all tired out from flying that kite?
I can only get so high, and then you gotta pull it in.
Did you get a lot higher back in like the 70s? No, I'm teasing, of course. But that's a pretty kite, and you said that was...
it wasn't flying well. That's why I brought it back in. I got to put some more tails on it.
Well, you got it up in a heartbeat. I watched you. You got it right up.
And then it wants to come right back down again. It's a tree or something. So it's like one of my other ones.
Yeah, we have
more tails.
We have a lot of Charlie Brown kite-eating trees here. Most of us here fly with 300-foot lines or less, because the width of the field is greater than 300 feet. So we know that if we stretch our line out and get close to the one side, we won't get into the Charlie Brown trees on the other side.
Reeling those things in is a little bit of work.
Well, some of the guys have got very, have had a lot of initiative that way and have engineered stuff up. We have a lot of the guys that fly the kites, they crank them in with their electric hand drill. Okay, they've got it set up so when it's time to go home. And the big kites, the bigger kites like we mentioned earlier here and there, you cannot pull them down with a drill or whatnot. So what we use, if you remember, some of the grandparents will remember this, the thing that you put on your clothesline that held the lines together, right. Well, they got a little pulley wheel in it. What we do is snap that onto it, and we walk the string down, and that'll, like the kites that are up 300 feet, you walk out 300 feet and you've pulled your kite down. And now that you got the kite on the ground, you can crank the line in easier.
Well, that is so smart. Earlier I flew one and I'm winding against that pull of the kite.
And it's tremendous.
That's silly, isn't it?
A lot of them, the smaller kites, the ones that are 4 or 5 feet, they have a thing and it looks like a big movie reel that you can put your hand in the center and crank them down. And a lot of people enjoy that style. It works very well to get the kite down. But when you get into the bigger kites, you can't. You gotta physically get it down and deflate it, or tip it over so it won't fly, and then you can wind the string in. And then it's just a matter of choice whether you do it mechanically or you wind it hand over hand in it.
Now their kite is way up.
Yeah, that one straight up from you is mine. That's a Delta kite.
This is interesting. The kite is actually just pegged into the ground after they got it up. It's way up there, flying itself. Tom's walking down the kite, and we're going to try an experiment here. We are going to attach the GoPro to that kite and see if we can come up with some excellent footage looking back down. And he came up with this rig. Let's see here. Here we go.
Yeah. Okay.
GoPro, start recording.
Can you tell by the phone?
Yep, it's recording.
The red dot.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Sideways, I wonder
It's going to twist. That's one of the defects.
I wonder if we could put another one of these with that one and
Well, the whole thing is going to twist.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. It was
What'll be the best we can do?
Right.
Okay.
Actually, if you want to...
I'll do that.
It might... Now we just got to wait for some more. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I get you?
No.
Of course, now the wind is down.
All right. We are all set up. Tom has got the GoPro on there. We're up, sort of.
Long wind. Go down low.
That GoPro's on there, and it's taking a ride, let me tell you. It's like a bucking bronco right now. That's a lot of weight, those carabiners and that GoPro. What a nice picture though, all those kites up there. pretty sure that that footage is going to be a little bit jumpy.
Yeah, the camera's bouncing a lot, huh?
Uh-huh.
It might steady out once it gets up there. Come on, wind. We're getting that mid-morning lull.
Very nice kite. Tom said it's about a $200 kite. Holding a $300 GoPro. I have not had much luck with GoPro. I sometimes turn it off when I think I'm turning it on. Quite often I'll leave it at home by mistake. But we got it up there today and we're getting some pictures. That is cool.
You never know, there might be some really good footage on
Yeah. Well, it's an experiment. We'll, you know, what do they say about Edison learned a lot about making a light bulb by not making a light bulb.
We'll get a better rig.
We're up now.
Yeah. Whew. Will it work out? But it's up. Nice day. You got the right angle with the sun behind us to film it. I don't know, can you do split screen editing on yours? Oh, that might be neat. You know what we might do? Is the camera pointing to our right?
Yeah.
I wonder if we walk. We might see it. Or it might be filming now. That'd be good.
Yeah.
A friend of mine does the drones, so he's filmed my kites from the sky, which is really fun. Yeah, looks like the wind's dying a little bit. Might come down.
Good catch.
This one doesn't fly away.
Thank you. That's going to be a wrap from here at the Polo Fields with the Cloud Chasers Kite Club. Great people welcome to me with open arms. Linda, I'm sorry you weren't able to be with me today. You're off playing golf, probably making birdie after birdie. But these people welcome me with open arms, and they'll welcome you too. They are open to new members. It's free. Meet several times a week, Tuesday from 9 to 12 in particular, right here at the Polo Fields. If you like to fly kites and you like to meet good people, give it a try. As my bride would say, until next time, see you when you get here.